I'm joined by Daniel Fridman, the player who has been waiting for this tournament for 4 years.
5 years.
5 years, actually, yes. And finally it's happening.
Yeah, I'm very glad that I was invited. I wasn't so sure that it will happen. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity to play against such strong players, especially against Magnus, whom I never played before.
But now you're having 1.5 points out of 4.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a decent result against such a field from 4 games.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed with my points. I'm a little bit disappointed with the quality of my games. I think the only normal game which I played here was the first round against Vincent Keymer. I had better chances, but this was okay. All other games have many mistakes, but still interesting for the spectators, I hope.
Let's talk first about the time control, because it's very special. It's not a real rapid, it's not a classical time control, something in between. How do you manage playing this time control and two games per day? Is it more exhausting than one classical game?
I actually don't think so. Okay, it depends on the game. Sometimes I played one game, it was almost 150 moves, which was like 8.5 hours. That's nothing, it's more exhausted than this. And I think 45 minutes plus 10 seconds, it's quite okay. For me, it's okay. And before, I just played once with this time control, but without increment. There are like some rapid tournament in Luxembourg and Echternach, which was played always 45 minutes for the game, without increment.
So would you play 2 more rounds per day, or 2 is just perfect enough?
I mean, it's possible, but 2 rounds is good, because otherwise you have to start early, which is none of the chess player would like to start early. I think this is fine. Tomorrow will be a little bit challenging because we start at, I don't know, 7 o'clock, so the second game will be starting at around 9 o'clock. Okay, this will be difficult, I think.
How special is the GRENKE Chess Open and Classic for you and for Germany?
I think it's very special, not only for Germany, but for the chess world. I mean, so many participants, it's unbelievable. For 5 years I played and managed to win somehow the tournament. In a tournament we had something like 920 players, and altogether around 2,000 participants. And this year, after such a huge pause, I thought, because they started to make a promotion quite late. Yeah. And then I thought, okay, maybe not so many participants this year, and like yesterday I was told it's like 2,800 participants. Okay, and more than 1,000 players in a tournament. So it means that a tournament will take place not only in this hall, which is not big enough, so you have to expand, like unbelievable. I mean, I really enjoyed the tournament. I enjoyed it as I played 3 times in an open tournament, and I think it's always fun. It's difficult, of course, 2 rounds a day, but okay, you have your chances, high prizes, many known faces, and atmosphere and classic. It's also interesting with guys like Carlsen and Liren and so on. I think it's fantastic that this tournament takes place again, and I hope it will continue.
Will you have more pressure on you when you're going to play in this huge playing hall where everyone is going to be watching, or not?
I don't think so, no. I think it's fine.
All right. Maybe we can go to your games. You played an interesting game against Magnus. Unfortunately, you lost.
Because Magnus was a bit disappointed. He lost his previous game, and then in this position he played g5. And I played too quickly this move g4, which is a positional mistake, because, okay, it looks like black wants to attack, but actually nothing is threatening. So the normal way it's to play is to have my game on the queen side, because here it looks scary, but black can do nothing, more or less.
It is usually said that if you have bishop on g2, normally
No,
it
not
should
always,
protect.
not always. I had bad experiences even in the mail chess, in correspondence chess, where the early computers said everything is fine, you're winning, and then you get mate in 8. So in King's Indian you have always be careful, but this was just a positional mistake. So I played g4, Magnus played h5, and now he played very strong move knight g4, because if he will not take on g4, my next move will be queen e2, just to protect this pawn again, and then I start pushing on the queen side, and basically black have no real counterplay here. So this was the right move for him. And here I thought for a long time, because his idea is quite positional. He just wants to retreat with the bishop and push the pawns, g4, f3, g3, whatsoever. So I think this bishop h3 was the right move, but here this was one of the critical moments. I calculated this move. So to protect the bishop, he cannot take because it's pinned, but I didn't like it because of simply king f7, and then I thought he will double rooks on the h line, but interestingly I'm just in time to play rook a2, rook h8, rook h2, so basically all my pieces are going to protect this guy. Here you can push like this, it doesn't matter, so let's say this, and then rook h6. So now he wants to double. Now I have
knight
exactly knight f2, and I'm just in time. You know, like all the pieces concentrating on this square, and then after exchange and g4, computer says it's equal.
But it's incredible.
But this was really strange, because somehow I thought I saw it somehow, but not till the end. You know, not a clear view. I looked like it's okay, but then I went for another continuation. I took on g4 and ran with my king, which was not sufficient, but was also many interesting moments, because Magnus made many mistakes as well, so I had drawing chances all the way through the end when I made the final mistake with rook a7 check and the time trouble. But okay, it was an interesting game. My first game against Magnus. Would be nice not to lose, but still I think the spectators enjoyed the game, and this is the main thing for this tournament, I guess, for me at least. And I'm looking forward to play against him the second game.
Maybe a revenge will take
Maybe
place.
a revenge, who knows, yes.
One more question to you. Did you do some special preparation for this tournament in terms of a time control, or just to the opponents?
Unfortunately, I didn't. I didn't have enough time with family and everything in tournaments. But I'm feeling fine. Out of the openings I got, I think in every game I got a good position. And what happens later, this is a different story, because today I lost stupid game against Richard Rapport. I had like half an hour and started some pseudo-active moves and just lost in 2 moves. It can always happen. So I need a little bit more control.
Yeah, we wish you more control and more luck in your revenge games against Richard and Magnus.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.